Hello everyone, Specter here and welcome to Star Citizen. Today we are going to take a look at this Ares Inferno. Ares Inferno is a heavy fighter that created by Crusader Industry and it's supposed to be, or maybe I would say, the first ship that's so-called got anti-subcapital ships capabilities. I mean the guns. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, so before I talk more about it, let's get to it first. At the front you can see there's a very unique Crusader style cockpit, and this is the only place for you to get inside the ship. Underneath it you can see those are size 3 missiles. You got more than that, no worries. For the wing, personally I don't like it because this ship is quite wide and is quite lower to the ground. So it means that when your ship is landed on some uneven terrain, your wing would be more likely to kiss on the ground. I mean kiss the ground, not kiss on the ground, but kiss the ground. Which is not good because every time I think that it might explode my ship. At the back you will see some Crusader style engines, which makes this ship very fast. At the back you will see some storage room, which can house some items inside. For example, armor, guns, like etc. Okay, weapons, ammo. Of course, at the front you can see some weapon locker as well. You can put guns inside instead of here, but doesn't matter after all. On the right hand side of the ship is technically it's the pride of the ship, which is a size 7 ballistic Gatling gun. Basically, for me personally thinking that if you talk about you purchase this ship, I would say you purchase the gun, and this ship is just come along with the gun. Yep, because technically this gun is quite unique, and nowadays you can't really buy this gun in game yet. So make sure when your ship got exploded, this gun will stay on your ship first before. Yeah, if this gun destroyed it before your ship does, then technically you can't claim back. I don't believe, I mean, basically you can't claim it back. You can't buy it. So just watch it, alright? Now, let's get inside the cockpit. As a fighter, I would say the view is extremely good, and since it seems like the cockpit itself is raised upward above the hull, so that's why you have a wonderful view. Even for down there, you can see it very clear. So that is a very excellent design. And you have an ejection seat button in here. Don't press it. And the MFDs or the panels in here is quite good. You can access a lot of things because, well, technically this ship is quite, I mean, they developed recently, so that's why they got a lot of features that you can press inside the cockpit comparing to the older ships. As I said, you have a single size 7 ballistic Gatling gun, and in 315 these guns are very powerful, along with like the size 5 Gatling gun that were on the Aegis Redeemer, because in 314 I believe that they nerfed the ballistic weaponries, which makes those like the ammo count would be very low. But after 315, the introduction of this gun and also the size 5 guns on Redeemer, the ballistic Gatling gun got plenty of ammo, although it's not as much as what it would be in the previous patches, but still it would be better than just a few hundred rounds, or maybe less than few hundred rounds. But as I said, this is the only weapon you got, so just be aware of it. You will have 20 size 3, not torpedoes, sorry, missiles in here. Of course, 2 of those racks, in theory, you can swap them into size 5 torpedo rack. So you can house 2 size 5 torpedo on board if necessary to increase its anti-ship capability. Now let's talk about the ship itself. Well, this ship is quite disappointed me at some point. Not because it looks bad or something. It looks cool, excellent. The design, the concept is good as well. Don't be mistaken. But the way CIG, the setting that give it to this ship is quite odd, because your size 7 guns got extra firing range comparing to maybe size 4 weapons or size 5 weapons. That's good, but the disperse of those shells coming out from the Gatling gun is miserable, to the point that technically, even though you're dealing with the hammerhead, which is a very large size target, I mean probably the second largest size of your hostile list. Alright, so even though you're dealing with the hammerhead, you need to fly very, very close to the hammerhead in order to make sure you land those shots on them, which is not ideal, because if I need to get that kind of close, then why I need that size 7 guns with a longer firing range after all. And even for the hammerhead, you need some time to destroy it instead of destroy them instantly, which makes this ship a kind of, I feel kind of disappointed when the time I use this ship. So in game, it costs you around 2.8 to 2.9 million, which is an acceptable price point as a heavy fighter. But since this is a fighter after all, you can't do any kind of missions. It means that bounty hunting probably is the only way for you to use the ship to earn credits. The point is, well, the game mechanic nowadays is not in favor when you use this ship. So technically, yeah, if you ask me whether I would choose this ship again or not, I would say may not be my first ship on the list yet. Yeah. So unless they improve something on the ship first. And in if you talk about whether, if this ship is your favorite ship, you want to purchase it with real cash, you don't want to grind your way after wipes, then yeah, you can. It will cost you around $220 for Warborn and $250 for standalone price when it's available. But as I said, well, since it's around 2.8 to 2.9 million, which is acceptable, so I would say try to grind it and fly this ship first before you use your real cash on this ship. Because for me, if you talk about bounty hunting only, and I would say maybe Vanguard would be better. Yeah, because at least you will have some sort of guarantee that if your weapon is being knocked out, not all of your weapons will be knocked out as well. But for this ship, it's quite dangerous, because when your main weaponry is knocked out, you can't replace it, and yeah, and it will be very useless because it's just simply firing missiles. Then who can't? The Harbinger can do that. Yeah, so if you talk about storage, yes, as a fighter is a very good plus. But the ships with storage, the fighters with storage nowadays, not limited to Ares, not Ares Inferno, not Ares Ions, but also with the Gladius and the Saber, which both of them are cheaper comparing to this Inferno. So yeah, if it will improve in the future, maybe I will consider to buy it again after the wipe. But if that's not the case, then I may save up for the other ships first. So that is it for today's video about the Inferno, the Ares Inferno. If you think that this video is kind of helpful, feel free to leave a like. And if you have any comments about like this ship that I didn't mention or I mentioned it wrongly, feel free to leave a comment down below. And I shall see you guys next time then. Bye bye.